What up, everybody? It's Ponter here, and today we've got a match on Seaside, and this is a replay of a pub game that was played a couple days ago. And just for some context, this is going to be an interesting game because, first of all, we've got some good players on each teams. They're not tip-top teams, but they're pretty close. Um, and there's a lot of salt going on, and I just love it. You know, Deemer and General X just don't like each other, I guess, and they're just always arguing. And I like that. I like a little bit of friction. Uh, so there was some trash talk going on, and we decided to put them on either teams and play a game on Seaside, and to go just to let them fight it out. And I'm complaining about the teams because I realize this is going to be a competitive match, and I don't want to go with a 4v5. The other issue on this game is I have terrible ping. This is an EU server, and usually on EU servers I can get away with like 100 to 200 ping. This game it was like 400 ping, and I know that's a shitty excuse, but it's bad. So my play is very constrained, and you're gonna see me. You're gonna see me kind of use a strategy that you kind of have to do to play under bad ping conditions. So first of all, don't play air or inf or even support. You gotta play armor. That's the only thing that's actually like viable if you have bad ping. Next, you gotta play very conservatively because you're not gonna be able to pop smoke right away. So you gotta keep your tanks a little further back, and also just dump your TA on somebody else because you're not going to be able to do very good TA strikes with trash ping. So the other, these teams are pretty decent. I mean, they have Clark, who's not the greatest, and Bravo, who's not the greatest. But we have like Spirit and Red Nutter, who aren't the greatest, and me, who's just trash ping and not the greatest anyways. And the other interesting thing about this game is people have been saying that Seaside is. I mean, this is a big giveaway by them, but we'll talk about that later. Seaside is really tough on USA side, apparently. Um, and, we're doing double inf on it just to try to survive. Look at these drops going down. We should have probably given Spirit a little bit more TA so he could do more drops, but General X got his 3 drops off, and that's what's important. And so he's gonna face off against Dude in their in the fight, and we'll see how that goes. Like you don't want to lose the town fight as USA basically. And I'm not sure what their composition is. Let's see, Bravo's on. They got one Clark on armor, Deemer on support, Dude on inf, or Bravo's on support, and Revlif's on air. I don't know what their 5th player is doing. Yeah, whatever. So yeah, they push overextended tanks over here. I'm begging it, or our air is kind of dead. I noticed yeah, General X calls it. General X is a nice aggressive player. He knows when to push. And look at town, it's empty. They have no Clark decided to roll all his tanks out here, which was a mistake. So I'm just gonna roll my delayed action tanks in here and try to go for the cap. And here comes Rev to fuck me up. And look at these late look at these late smokes. I swear to God, it's not me being a noob. And I do one drop just for the sake of being able to cap this point. Just I never trust infantry players to get their ass together and make the cap, but we get the cap, and this is how you're gonna win this map. It's just capping town together and generating TA. And you need the inf to be in these positions to do these quick caps. So they're going to come in and try to decap, and we'll just recap with our shit in there. In the meantime, I'm failing and losing my med chopper, you know, trying to like basically with 400 ping, I think it's like a 4 second delay or something like that. And you know, forget about trying to like pop flares in time. Although I was in a bad position anyways. Here's getting wrecked. That's funny. But we get the nice cap with General X's thing drop here, I think. And really my plan, I'm just gonna pump Earl Grey and General X with TA and hope that we win. And the way I play armor on this map is really just YOLOing tanks to cap. So I'm just, you know, just constantly spawn and constantly. Oh yeah, and look at this. That was so brutal. Like I was clicking on this guy to get out of the town to drop the arty for like 10 minutes, just trying to get him to go. But yeah, you just need to spawn a lot of tanks all the time and just don't never, like once this runs out, you should be dropping again immediately. Just so you have constantly units flowing, and then you immediately send them to caps and just keep capping over and over and over again. You know, it's not even about really killing the enemy, it's about making caps. And then you generate TA and then you drop and wreck them. And can I get this cap? No. And you know, that's the good right move. Like you don't want to wait because you never know when the air is going to come and fuck you up like here. Like if he waited, like the polite thing to do is to, I guess, wait for the person to get on the point. But this is we're playing this like a competitive game. We're not playing it like a pub because there's like stakes. There's like pride and shit on the line. Oh, watch this. Watch this. So I'm sitting here. I'm like clicking. I'm clicking, guys. I swear to God. I was clicking the whole time waiting for, like I saw that TA come in. But it's too late and I get fucking cleaned up. And yeah, making my excuses. But like I saw that. I would have been able to make that point. But Spirit and General X do well in town, I would say. I wasn't really paying that much attention. And there's a nice cap. You know, you gotta thrust your units and make caps. And then I know that I got a bunch of TA from this. I think I'm gonna start dumping it on somebody. But yeah, really the people who won this game were General X and Earl Grey. They played very well, and I think Clark kind of lost for them. Like he should not have two overextended heavy tanks rolling onto beach, not even capping. Oh, there he goes. He cuts it. Like there should be a heavy tank here at all times. But you know, Spirit's dropping constantly. We're pressuring research, and that's really what you want to do. And we're keeping town decapped. Look at that star medium already. That's brutal. And that's frustrating. They get the cap. My shit's kind of just a little too late. And here's their, you know, this is the danger zone at about the 12-minute mark is when the nukes start. Really the 13-minute marks when the nukes start flying. And we do the counter nuke. I'm just sitting there to prevent a kind of a sneaky cap. And this guy's going to die, obviously. But we get the beach, and they don't have a very firm grip on in research. And also, their nuke kind of... That's a botched nuke. Like, look. This shit survived somehow. I don't even know how that's possible. Like, it's right beside it. It's frustrating when that shit happens. But yeah, like, our nuke, it'll decap that shit, which is critical. And so yeah, here we go. Their air player, yeah, Rev kind of YOLOs his choppers. I think that's a mistake. At that point, like Earl Grey is able to wipe him out, and that gives us free reign in town. Like, what you really want to do is wait for your armor to clean up the support a little bit. And yeah, we don't need air. I was, you know, I think by this point the ping had gone down to like 200, and I can play kind of normally. Like I'm used to playing at 200 ping. It's not that bad. Like you can't play air very well, but I could never play air very well anyways. And armor is pretty easy to play at a 200 ping. Yeah, look at it. The double med art. So at this point, we're still doing double inf, which is ballsy. Like 2 nukes on there on Seaside is fucked. Like there's no cover anywhere. You're gonna have to like branch out to the sides, and that's what we do. Oh, and I see we got double air now. So it's a 6v6. Oh, and we just get the cap. What a lucky cap. That's a good job. Good job by, I think that was General X. And yeah, they keep decapping, and this is a mistake on their part, especially in pub games. I think people are a little less disciplined, but they keep decapping town, and we keep recapping it. And I guess this is when you have a huge tick on you, you kind of panic and do shit like that. And they do a nuke to slow us down because they're losing so hard. But look at, like, we hold the beach. We're forting it up. Like, that nuke doesn't, like, jack shit. At least it decaps this, but, like, we hold beach and research. It would have been much better to feed, I don't know. The other problem is they don't have an armor player who can drop. So you should have fed, I guess, dude, to do a shitload of drops on the flanks. But yeah, we've won the TA generation game, and they kind of blew it on the nukes. The first nuke wasn't super effective, and this is me just dumping TA on people. Like, I don't trust myself right now. General X is doing tank drops on their rear. Again, Clark is needlessly overextending. You know, he's just food for our air. And all I'm doing is driving forward and capping. That's all I want to do. You know, just constantly cap. Or always be capping. Yeah, ABC. That's a nice one. Yeah, and these back caps are just to keep them distracted. And just relentless drops. You know, Spirit 77, he's a new player, but he's really good at the drops. Like, he keeps it up. Like, you got to be relentless with the dropping, because it just constantly slows down the team. And they transition to meds, which is probably a little too late to help. And but at this point, when the map is destroyed, you kind of need it. So, but they're doing triple air, and they needed more armor, I think. Because it was just me against them, but General X is basically playing armor at this point. And yeah, the drops continue. And we just hold all the flanks, and that's pretty much GG. There's nothing you can do. So you can win in pubs. Oh, and I hate when that fucking happens. But you can win on, but we didn't get that. Look at this is a YOLO play, actually. You know, I'm telling him, no, don't do it, General X. And he just jumps out. He gets out in time. It's funny. And he gets the cap. But you can win in USA side on this map against a decent team. It's possible. Some people are saying it's very difficult, but you just gotta simultaneously holding, like, disputing the flanks and then fucking up the town enough. Just to not, like, you need to have a committed infantry players to hold the line so you don't get, like, checkmated by their inf. And just frustrate them enough to blow up the town, and then whoever holds the flanks while blowing up the town is probably going to win. And even with 400 ping, I still got best armor, but I was only going up against Clark, so, and feeding my whole team. But yeah, that's a nice quick one. You know, don't despair when you're on USA side, and yeah, I hope we can get some more competitive games on this map. It is a good map to play. All right, thanks everybody. Have a good one.